Hi everyone. Today we're going to pull back the curtain on a pretty incredible high-stakes project. We're going to walk you through exactly how we at Acheron Tech helped a major player in the film industry completely transform their awards workflow and save $1 million year after year.
So just imagine this for a second. You're right at the heart of the global film industry. Every single year, you're getting flooded with terabytes of digital submissions for the most prestigious awards on the planet. The clock is ticking, the world is watching, and every single file has to be perfect. Well, that was the exact high-pressure challenge our client was up against.
You see, our client is one of the leading organizations in the entire motion picture world. Their annual awards ceremony is a huge global event, which means the integrity of their process is absolutely everything. But behind all the glamour, managing this massive flood of digital content had become a really serious operational nightmare. The real problem was the sheer volume and, honestly, the chaos of the submissions. We're talking terabytes of data from filmmakers all over the world, and every single one of these digital assets, films, trailers, posters, you name it, had to be received, checked, and processed just right. This was creating a massive bottleneck right at the start of their most critical time of year.
And here's the crazy part. A process that sounds kind of straightforward on the surface was actually putting the entire awards journey at risk. Why? Because the whole system was depending on way too many manual steps, and it was pretty much at its breaking point.
So let's break down the actual pain points. First off, you had submissions arriving in all sorts of wacky, non-compliant formats. There was zero uniformity, and all of this had to be sorted out manually, by hand, within a super tight time window before the nominations. As you can imagine, this put an unbelievable amount of pressure on the verification teams.
Okay, so take a look at how this all worked before we stepped in. A content package would arrive in their system, Aspera Fastpacks. From there, a person had to literally open every single file, manually check the specs, and then manually upload the good ones to their media management system. And if there was a problem, they'd have to manually draft and send an email to the applicant. Every single step was slow, tedious, and a huge risk for human error.
So the stakes, well, they couldn't have been higher. This wasn't just some internal workflow problem. A single mistake, a missed file, a wrong spec check, a delayed verification could have massive ripple effects for filmmakers and the entire industry. The pressure was immense.
So how do you fix something like this? It was pretty clear that a simple Band-Aid fix just wasn't going to cut it. The whole process needed a complete overhaul. That's where we came in. Our approach was to build a powerful automation engine from the ground up that could get rid of the manual work and seamlessly connect all their critical systems.
After working really closely with the client's teams to understand every little detail of their workflow and their security needs, we designed a completely custom component. You can think of it like a smart, automated gatekeeper, built specifically to handle these unique challenges without a human ever having to touch it.
Now look at the difference. It's like night and day. The content package arrives and bam, our automation engine takes over completely. It validates all the files, automatically pushes the good ones directly to their media system and their video platform, Brightcove, and it even auto-notifies applicants if any files need to be resubmitted. Just like that, the bottleneck was completely gone.
And you know, it wasn't just about checking the files. A huge piece of the manual work was managing all that extra info, the metadata. You know, manually linking captions, posters, all that stuff. Our new system automated that too, by pulling the info right from the application form. This didn't just save a ton of time, it also wiped out data entry errors and made the final viewing experience way better.
Okay, so we've seen how the process was totally transformed, but what was the real-world impact? What did this actually mean for the client? Well, this is where the story gets really compelling, because the results were measurable, they were immediate, and they were massive.
Let's just start with the headline number. By completely eliminating the need for teams of people to manually check content around the clock, our automated solution saved the organization $1 million. And not just once, annually. That's a direct, recurring win for their bottom line.
But honestly, the value went way beyond just dollars and cents. The project gave over 30,000 hours back to the business. Think about that for a second. That's thousands upon thousands of hours of skilled employee time that could be focused on what they do best, advancing the art of filmmaking, not doing tedious file checks.
So you might be wondering, okay, but how reliable was this new engine? Well, its performance was just exceptional. Our automation bot hit a success rate of over 95%. It just worked, consistently, accurately, handling the vast majority of submissions without a single hiccup.
And that's exactly what you need in such a high-pressure environment.
So when you put it all together, the results are pretty staggering. We delivered over 30 automated processes, saved the business 30,000 hours and $1 million a year, and the bot had a 95% success rate. On top of all that, it ensured 100% SOX compliance, which is crucial for secure, auditable financial processes. This was a total game changer for a critical part of their business.
This whole story really points to a bigger idea. As we've seen here, the right automation, thoughtfully designed, can completely change the game. So we'll leave you with a question to think about. What critical, high-stakes process is slowing your team down? Because, as this story shows, fixing it might be more achievable than you think. Thanks for joining us.